What's going on, guys? Robert from Robert Mendoza Digital here. Today we're joined by Grisel Rodriguez, who's from the LA area. So let's start. Grisel, why don't we hear a little bit more about you and about what you do?
So I'm a loan officer for Guild Mortgage in the LA area. So I've been doing mortgages for pretty much 6, 7 years now. So that's pretty much my business right now. So it's yeah, more loan officer from Guild Mortgage LA area or IE area as well.
Yeah, cool. So I guess when we initially approached you with the idea of using online digital strategies to diversify your referral network and then
Mhm.
also to produce leads online, what did you think when we initially approached you with the idea?
Well, initially, like anything else, very skeptical. All the online leads, everything that's out there is just if it's if it's not a referral base, then it ends up being really bad leads or just random people or the fake leads, even sometimes wrong numbers. So I was very skeptical just because from what I've seen and from what my realtor partners do bring into the business, when they do their Facebook leads, it's just really bad, poor leads. So I was hesitant and I was very skeptical, I'll be honest.
Sure, yeah, it makes perfect sense. So I guess we've been working together for a few weeks now. So talk a little bit about the how have you found it working with us?
You know what? You guys have really put me kind of on track. Reminders, which is reminders is key. It's pretty much keeping me accountable to phone calls, because on our end of things, random phone calls will come in. It gets distracted from structuring a file or working on conditions or anything that has to do with the loan process. So for our priority is obviously the loans that are moving. So anything that's prospecting is another priority, but we kind of leave it second base, I guess, or second position. And what was really great is like, hey, did you reach out to such and so realtor? He wants to talk to you. Hey, there's a new lead on Facebook. You need to reach out to them. So those things really make me accountable. Even with all my reminders, all my notes, it's just nice to have like somebody, hey, did you check in with that? Did you check in with so and so? Because it makes it the workflow a little bit more like right now, immediate, like that's going to happen right now in this point and it's a hot lead. So it's been actually, you forced me to get even more organized than what I was, because that just puts me more in like the now of the prospecting with agents and potential new leads. So yeah, overall, like you just kind of forced that over, which is what I needed, to be quite honest.
Yeah, great. And I guess we've been using LinkedIn for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been surprised, or how have you found
Oh
just the
God, yes. Oh
activity?
yeah, shockingly surprised because you're talking to the. Uh, I started in the business where you had to go and physically meet with these realtors, right? And they were either not there, or if you were calling them or emailing them, it was just kind of putting to the side. Like these are people like real time responding and wanting to talk to you, which is on the lending side a shocker. I like loan officers to actually hear a yes off the bat without this beating around the bush and I guess asking for like, oh, what can you do for me, et cetera, et cetera. It's just a refreshing breath of air, like a nice, like, oh wow, this is actually working. These are like legitimately good people. And the fact that they post obviously on LinkedIn how long they've been on the business. As a loan officer, we kind of gauge ourselves, okay, he's not a newbie and it's not going to be a lot of holding hand. Or if I do want to go that route, I have the option to, which is nice. Either way, it's just like very surprisingly effective, which I really didn't think it was going to be.
Yeah, great. And then I guess we just started the Facebook campaign as
Mm-hmm.
well. So how have you found just the few days that we have been running the Facebook campaign?
Well, coincidentally, the one that the one lead that did, or well, there's two, but the one lead that just came in was a hard lead. Like, and for us to get a hard lead on Facebook, like good FICO scores, good income, and they are allowing us to over the phone run their credit and then schedule the meeting to already give them the pre-approval. That was like a home run already. Like that is just, it was, I honestly thought it was like too good to be true. So it's just, like I said, very surprising because Facebook leads, I've had them. I've gotten them plenty of times, and it's just like, oh, they just give you a number and they won't give you information. You can't really give them a full estimate. Oh, so and so told me about this program, which hasn't been in existence for like 10 years. So there's like, it's just a really good, I guess, a good service, which I really didn't expect it, to be quite honest, because of already my past experience with those Facebook leads that have been filtered through realtors, right? So who knows how they're getting them. But again, like off the bat, like just, oh yeah, great. And I even have it from the actual client saying that, thank you so much, this was very professional of you and very kind. Like, and I didn't do anything. I really didn't do anything other than talk to him. To me, that was just a win overall. So yeah, that was already, and it's only one, and it's been such a short amount of time. Like I mentioned before, usually it's 10 out of 10 leads, maybe one, and this one's one for one, or well, the other two, the second one, which happened today. So we haven't gotten to that one yet, but I'm just saying it's already a big win.
Yeah, it's been great. We just
Mm-hmm.
started the Facebook
Mm-hmm.
campaign. I think it's day 2 or 3, so we'll have to come
Yeah,
back and revisit the strategy
for
as a whole.
sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But great, yeah, it's been going well. So how have you found working with me personally, as far as like the communication and just in general, working with me?
Actually great. I no complaints so far. Like I said earlier, it's just keeping me on my toes, reminders, even though again, I put my reminders on my calendar, on my notes, on my little post-its. It's all over. If you were to see my workstation, you're like, okay, because it's just a lot of like on the loan officers right now while we were doing this call, few text messages are coming in, phone calls. If I'm structuring a loan, like those are important, especially if our a listing, like my like number one agents are calling me. I need to pick up that phone. I need to give them that scenario. So for you to like, hey, don't forget, did you call this? Did you call that? How was that conversation with so and so? Did you get, like, to me that just makes it, accountability is like number one, because that back end work is going to future like come into us at one point in time. So it's a huge like advantage to just have someone remind us to call those leads, to call those realtors. It's just, it's, unless I have an assistant within our company, I wouldn't get that. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun working with you as well.
Oh,
Um,
thanks.
yeah. And I guess the last thing I'll ask is, if someone was thinking about working with us, but maybe they weren't quite sure,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say to them?
um, Give it a try, because you'd be surprised. I know I was like with any system that comes out for LOs, they're just nonstop really soliciting our business. And at that same time, it's like, ah, well, you kind of sound like everybody else that's out there. You kind of, that, but you guys came at, or you personally came at me completely like, hey, look, we have LinkedIn. This is what you kind of put it in. We're like, okay, let me give it a try. If not, then I don't lose anything of it. I don't, like, you're doing the legwork for me and I'm ripping the benefits of it. That's huge. Like on our industry, it's the other way around. Like loan officers are usually trying to get that realtor business. So it was definitely different. Again, it's like just another surprise that was so easy. And again, it was just, I didn't have anything to lose other than get new leads and new potential business partners.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for hopping on the call with me, Grisel. And I look forward to hopping on another one so we can talk about all
Yeah.
the results that we get in the
Yes,
future.
we definitely need to do one and see how many more Facebook leads come from direct buyers, because that's definitely on our end as loan officers, man, that's like money.